In the heart of central Norway, there is a valley that for many months of the year lives immersed in silence. Dark mountains surround it like natural walls. Dense forests isolated from the rest of the world. In winter, the sun hangs low on the horizon, and daylight never seems to fully arrive. This is the mystery of the Hessdalen Lights. Here, for more than 40 years, something has been happening that no one has been able to fully explain. It is the winter of 1981, when the residents begin speaking among themselves. Not about voices, not about invisible presences, about lights. Luminous spheres appearing in the sky above the hills, sometimes motionless, sometimes drifting slowly along the valley floor. Then they accelerate. They change direction. They vanish abruptly, without a sound. Between 1981 and 1984, the phenomenon intensifies. In some periods, up to 15 or even 20 observations per week are recorded. Reports exceed 200 within just a few years. This is not a single suggestible witness. They are farmers, teachers, entire families observing the same phenomenon. Some recount seeing a luminous sphere suspended for over 20 minutes. Others describe objects moving in zigzag patterns, stopping their motion abruptly. One resident reported that a light remained stationary above a hill for more than an hour before slowly dissolving. In some cases, the lights were observed even during daylight, against a clear sky. In other instances, they appeared at close range to homes, just dozens of meters away. The descriptions are consistent. The lights are white, yellow, or reddish. At times they pulse. At times they seem to have a brighter core at their center. In some cases, 2 or 3 lights appear simultaneously. In others, only one, but extremely bright. The question becomes inevitable. What is happening above Hessdalen? In 1983, the project Hessdalen is officially established. A group of researchers decides to study the phenomenon using scientific methods. Mobile radar units are installed, automatic cameras, sensors to measure magnetic fields and radio frequencies, including very low-frequency bands known as VLF. The objective is simple: record objective data. And the data comes. Radar detects echoes consistent with moving objects. In some cases, multiple tracks are recorded. Cameras capture images of luminous spheres suspended in the darkness. Some instruments register electromagnetic anomalies during the appearances. On certain occasions, variations in local radio frequencies are detected. This is not just perception. It is not just suggestion. Something is being physically measured. In 1998, a permanent automatic monitoring station is installed, still active today. The station uses high-sensitivity digital cameras, spectrographs, magnetic sensors, and continuous recording systems. Some luminous events have also been observed through infrared-sensitive instruments, sometimes when the visible light seemed to fade. On multiple occasions, spectrographic analyses show lines compatible with the presence of iron, silicon, and scandium within the light emissions. This detail is crucial. It suggests that the light has physical structure, an energetic signature. Scientific hypotheses focus on the valley's geology. The subsoil of Hessdalen is rich in metallic minerals. According to certain models, electrochemical reactions between zinc and other elements could generate charges capable of ionizing the air. The result? Atmospheric plasma, a form of ionized matter capable of emitting visible light. Other studies have proposed the existence of dusty plasma, in which metallic particles suspended in the air interact with natural electric fields. There is also the hypothesis of emissions linked to radon, or piezoelectric effects, generated by mechanical stresses within the rocks. Coherent theories, but none definitive. And yet, something still does not fully align. Why have some lights been observed moving against the wind? Why do they sometimes appear to accelerate abruptly? Why do certain descriptions mention elliptical shapes or luminous structures that are not perfectly spherical? In some episodes, lights have been observed splitting into multiple parts and then recombining. Science proposes models, but none, so far, explains every single detail. And so the question becomes more subtle. If it is not entirely explainable by plasma, then what is it? Is it simply a rare and complex natural phenomenon? Or are we observing something that requires a more advanced understanding of physics? Some witnesses have spoken of metallic objects. Others described light so intense that it cast sharp shadows on the snow. There is no proof of spacecraft. There is no proof of visitors. But there is a phenomenon that for decades has resisted a definitive explanation. What if Hessdalen is one of the few places in the world where nature manifests a level of energy we do not yet fully understand? What if those lights represent a physical phenomenon we are only beginning to study? Or what if they are something else? The valley remains silent. The mountains offer no answers. Yet sometimes, on the clearest nights, a light still appears above the hills, silent, suspended, real. And each time it does, it draws attention back to a subtle boundary. The boundary between what we know and what we are still trying to understand. Perhaps the true power of the Hessdalen mystery is not the extraterrestrial hypothesis. It is not fantasy. It is the fact that for more than 40 years, researchers have measured the phenomenon without being able to contain it within a complete explanation. And that, at times, is more unsettling than any legend. I am Armil. If this story intrigued you, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Because mystery does not arise from imagination. It arises from the limits of our understanding.